there's no heat on the stove. What you're looking at is 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of white karo syrup, 1/2 cup water, 1/2 teaspoon salt. That's all I have in this pot. The other 3 ingredients is 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter. You can use salted, you can use unsalted. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons baking soda. Okay, you're gonna need a greased cookie sheet. I greased mine with just a little bit of butter, but as you can see, I did put aluminum foil. That's to make the cleanup easier. You do not have to use aluminum foil. You can just butter your cookie sheet. Hey y'all, it's Lippy. I did not think I was going to be able to get to this brittle recipe. I really didn't. We have got overcast, spotty rain, and I was like, we're going to do it. Because I'm not just going to rely on my thermometer. Now you can see I've added my mark. It's at 300 degrees. That's where you need to be. But because it's overcast and raining, I'm probably going to bring mine up to 305. But I'm not going to just rely on this because this cannot detect humidity. But what can detect humidity is your eyesight because of the color that we're going for. And also, when I pull my spatula up, I should have a fine bead from the spatula to the bottom of the candy that doesn't break. In other words, as the bead comes, it doesn't drop off and then drop again. It should have a steady run. So I'm going to rely on this. I'm going to rely on my eyesight to the color, which will be like a darker caramel, maybe an amber. And I'm also going to rely on the old-fashioned way, and I want to see a steady stream, like almost a hair of candy running from the spatula to the candy in the pot. Okay? We're going to pull this off because I have to, but I've been in the sugar shack making candles all day, and I've been watching the weather, and here'd come rain, it'd go, and it'd come, and I was like, oh no. But I got to get this done. This is Christmas gifts. So, enough of me rattling. I'm going to turn it down. We got to get this going. Now, I'm going to put the stove on medium heat, which is a number 5 for me. Okay? And we're not going to stir heavy. But this is a candy that you constantly stir. So, let me drop you down. I'm going to show you why I use what I use. Okay, I'm using a high heat spatula. And I like this because it has an angle. It's stiff. And I'm able to stir around the crease of the pot. Because if it's going to burn, that's where all candy will burn, around the crease. So I'm going to just start stirring. You see, I don't have the thermometer in here because I don't need to have it right now. We have got to get up to a minimum of 300 degrees on a pretty day, low humidity. So if you're in a dry area, you'll be good. But since I have high humidity, I will have to bring mine up to 305 degrees Fahrenheit. But on a normal day, it would be just 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So, on a medium heat, I'm just going to sit here and stir. Okay, we've started the boil state. This is when you would add your 3 cups of peanuts, okay? Now, I do want to keep scraping the side because I don't want these crystals. Now, you can use that brush method like I showed you guys with the pool candy, but there's no need because I'm working the side of this. Okay, remember I said if it's going to burn, it's going to burn in the crease of your pot. So by using this angle, it's going to help prevent that. So you see, I'm staying steady around the side. Now you do want a heavy bottom pot. This is a 4-quart. I could have doubled this recipe. The reason why I didn't is because I want to see how it sets up with the humidity that we have. And if it sets up like I'm expecting it to, then this next batch that's going to go behind this will be doubled. So you can double this recipe, but only double. Don't go 3 times. Now we just stir and wait for some color changes. You see, I still don't have that thermometer because I already know we are nowhere nearing 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey y'all, I just looked back at my Aunt Opal's recipe because that's what's in the box. It's 2 cups of peanuts, not 3. It's 2 cups. So at that first boil, like I showed y'all, that's when you would add your nuts of choice. It's 2 cups, not 3. I'm glad I was sitting here looking at that as I'm steadily stirring and stirring and stirring. Y'all still with me? You better be. Y'all asked for this recipe, and it takes a little while. Okay, you can see we don't have that caramel amber color. But remember I told you we're not just relying on that thermometer. But I don't know if y'all can see this. Can you see how it drops and it breaks? I hope y'all can see. It's like drip, 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 drip. When you are at your 300 degree mark, that drip will make it won't have a break. It'll make a stream from here to the candy. Okay, I've added my thermometer. I'm setting about 240. But I did that because, do you see, I don't know if you can see, but it is individual bubbles covering the entire top. And it's getting thicker, but you still steady stir. And I am starting to see a little bit of change, almost a off-white color. So we're going to start making a color change. I'm thinking around 285 to 290. That's just a guess. Now we're at 250. You see it's getting thicker and thicker. So I'm not just going to concentrate on the edges. I'm going to actually start pulling around and bringing it to the center. Okay, we're sitting about 280. And I'm going to try to zoom in, but we are getting a change of color. I see hints of yellow, so we're moving to that caramel amber color. Okay, and I was pretty close. I said, what did I tell y'all? 280? No, I think I said 290. I don't remember what I told y'all. But I think I'm within the ballpark. I've done this enough times to where I can pretty well calculate, even without the thermometer, like I said. So if you've got heavy humidity, don't just rely on this. That's not a humidity tester. Okay, it's a temp tester. But your eyes, and like I said, watch. You see it just kind of, can you see that? It still has a break. Now, I'm not touching that. That's hot. It doesn't have that steady ribbon. Okay, we are at 300 degrees. And I said I was probably going to go to 305. So now let's check our candy. You see how the bottom of the pot is coming clean when I stir it? It's getting thicker. All right, let's see where we're at. I'm seeing this one. Yep, I hope that camera's picking it up. There is a steady hairline stream that I can't break. So I'm going to pull it, and we are at 307. I'm going to remove the candy thermometer. Let me just set that down. You've got to work fast, guys. Vanilla. Now remember I told you at 260 degrees you lose the potency of your vanilla. But there will be enough flavor to flavor our brittle. Now our brittle is not going to have that amazing brittle color because I don't have the peanuts. Okay, you see how it's frothing? With a steady, hard stir, work fast, we're adding our baking soda. This is the key to brittle. Now, it looks very white. It's not going to be white when it all sets up. All right, now we have to pour it in. I hope y'all can see. This is something you have to work very fast at. Can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see. Whoa, I almost dropped my pot. Trying to keep the camera. Yo, I got to learn how to film. I need somebody over here filming me. Okay. Oh, I just got the... Y'all don't do what I just did and put the doggone handle in there. All right, you see how I do not keep stirring mine. I let mine froth. And I do that because we don't have any nuts. So it means we don't have texture. So if I keep that handle out of there, we might be doing something. All right, let me see if I can scrape out a little bit more. Yeah, I got a mess. But, oh, here you go. Can y'all see? You see that bead? That's what you want. All right, now, working fast. I'm going to, ooh, that's hot. I'm just going to try and pull it. Oop, a little bit. I don't want to tear it. You see how I'm tearing it? I really don't want to tear it. So I'm just going to have to shake it. There we go. I'm good. But boy, is it hot. You see how I'm just kind of working it? Because I don't want it thick. Now, if I'd have done a double batch, it would have been 2 of these cookie trays. I cannot believe that I just put that handle in there. But that's a hot pot. You think this is going to waste? No. But this is brittle without the nuts. Hence, peanut brittle, cashew brittle. This is just goodness. No, that's too doggone hot. Let's steal another piece from over here. I want to show y'all. Now it's still, oh, that's still hot. But y'all look at that. Honey, hush. So you see, you don't rely. The handle's coming clean. Look at that. I have it all lit up. But you see, you do not just rely on your thermometer. You have to look at the color. You have to see that hair that I showed you. Anybody can make brittle. Anybody. But remember, when it comes to that first boil, and you can't stir it down, that's when you add your 2 cups. I got a string of candy here. 2 cups of peanuts, or your cashews, or whatever nut of your choice. Or you can just make brittle. Now, someone that has a peanut allergy, that can't enjoy peanut brittle, here's your answer right here. Let's not leave anyone behind during the Christmas holidays. That handle come out squeaky clean, look. Oh my gosh. And the bubbles that's on here, when I started trying to smear it, I could see, these bubbles are air pockets. That's what allows that brittle to break. It's what allows us to be able to chew it and not like crack our teeth or something. All right, I'm gonna let this cool. I gotta get my pot cleaned up. That means soaking it in. I'm gonna boil some water, soak it, get it clean, and I'm fixing to make a double batch. Meaning when this is done, and I'll show y'all, I will take my foil off, reline this pan. I'm going to reline another pan, grab the same pot, and I'm going to do this process over again, only I'm going to double the recipe. Okay, I let it sit about 25 minutes. See? Comes out so clean. Now, this is where you can either take a mallet or whatever. I'm just going to break it like this. And that's it, y'all. Then I'll break smaller pieces. And that is brittle. Look at this. Can you see this? See those little pockets, that air bubble pockets? That is the key to brittle. It's got a little crunch. Now it just starts melting. That is true brittle. Oh my gosh, this is just so good. So, my pot is clean. I boiled some water, poured it in there, bam. You know, easy peasy. So, it's supper time. We're having leftovers. Sausage and tomato gravy with rice and some makashu on the side. Simple, simple. So, I'm going to get this broke up. Now, I break mine into pieces like this. Sometimes you might get a piece, but this is really the best size to do. So, wherever your thumb and your other thumb meet, that's usually, see? Oops. That's usually the size that I like. So, there is y'all's brittle recipe. Please try it. If you have family members that have a nut allergy, let them enjoy some brittle. Think outside the box, y'all. You know, I saw a few comments said, I never thought about making brittle without nuts. It's just brittle. So, all right, I'm going to get to breaking this up. Now, let me tell y'all. I don't know why I just shook this at y'all. Oh, wait, let me tell y'all something. High humidity will cause this to get tacky, sticky. You don't want it that. You want it in an airtight, baggy, freezer bag container. Make sure it's airtight. As soon as you break this up, and then it will stay fresh. But if you let it just sit out, it's not going to be no good, y'all. All right. Stay safe. Stay well. And God bless. And I shall see you on the next one. Oh, y'all, we're going live tomorrow. We done missed 2 Fridays or 3, you know, with my sickness and all. But we're going live tomorrow. Join us. We've got Christmas giveaways and we're playing bingo. Yes, you heard me. Bingo. So, I love y'all. Merry Christmas. And see you tomorrow night. Y'all, this is a gift, really.